doing time. It's not really doing, we're not doing time. Time is being taken from us, and we're having to survive it by finding ways to get through this mundane existence because we're not given a truthful existence. People that feel successful are idiots. They're idiots. They're stupid. Okay. Mercury and Leo, everything's smart or stupid. Huh? When you're engaged in egotistical competition with other idiots, okay, that's stupid, right? But when you understand balance and harmony, okay, then you're not going to be in competition with other egotistical idiots to be the best at whatever you're fucking doing, right? So, time is the only thing, friend, that I am taking with me. But can those healing hands of time erase your memory? The easy part's over now. How do we suppress the insanity of the ego and help get people back intimacy, affection, and stuff, and quit pretending like it's happening on a commercial, people getting their kids ready for school and doing exercise and, and exercise is a healthy thing. I think most things that we refer to as exercise and working out, I think that's I think with a large populace, it's a new phenomenon. Okay. Because most people, throughout time just had to struggle to do everything that they needed to live. So as far as exercising to be sexy to fuck, that was kind of like not really in the cards, It was just doing everything you could to subsist because it was hard. Okay. And he picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. We weren't very intelligent globally. We were vicious. We were selfish. We were aggressive. We were stupid. Yeah, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. All right. So now that we have the capacity to globally be a global unity movement, like Judah Krishnamurti talked about, now we have the capacity not to be stupid. I'm watching Real Bravo, and I keep thinking of Jim Parsons on The Big Bang Theory. Who's Angie Dickinson? Well, he's a kid, yeah. So, and she wasn't on Star Wars movies and shit, yeah. So he wouldn't know who she is, But me being older, oh yeah, you're Angie Dickinson. Oh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. Yeah, she's pretty. She's skinny. I know she's skinny, but she couldn't help it. She's pretty. Angie Dickinson's pretty. Yeah. You ever seen Rio Bravo? Tell me you're not crushing on her too. Everybody does. There are some women that have that. Barbara Luna did that with me. Nichelle Nichols still does that with me. Who else do I sit? I'm doing that with Angie Dickinson watching this movie. Who else did that to me all the time? Although Falana, yeah. Did you ever have, when you were growing up, did you ever have those women that you'd watch TV and just go, she's so pretty? Well, my thing was always like with Marilyn McCoo, when she was on Solid Gold and stuff. And I would think, well, there could be a girl. Well, Yolanda, yeah. So I thought to myself, there could be a girl like that would be interested in spending the rest of her life like me, with like that with me, a girl like Barbara Luna or whatever and stuff, And so, like when me and Ed went out, I thought, this is the one. It's one I've always dreamed of. She's so pretty and she's so sweet, And she likes me. She likes me. And so, that was, oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. With me and Law, there wasn't insecurities, but she had me wondering a lot of times because she was one of those type that, when me and, even though she was gorgeous and everybody in the room would try to kill you to have sex with her, I didn't feel that way when me and Anna were together. No, I felt like if we could be together, it would have been wonderful, I felt that way. Miriam made me feel that way too. When we were together, I felt like, that she wanted to be with me. Like Mom said, you can tell that woman loves you by the way you can hear it in her voice, Earl. And, so Miriam and Edna made me feel like, this one would be forever. They didn't have that, a woman like Amy had and Law had, a woman wears a certain look when she is on the move, right? And I know if me and Law had the circumstances to get together, I know because I was always the together guy that lots of girls, ooh, I'd like to have him. And I would have been that together guy the whole time I was with her because she was not high maintenance. No, she wanted you to be successful in lots of stuff. But she could drive herself to this, she could do that, Steffi was high maintenance, and then you couldn't do anything because she was you were looking to screw around and it was her, But Law, no, and Law, the type of person she loved it, the Nancy Wilson thing. When you walk into a room, let them know you love me, just love me, love me. That's what I want for Christmas. And so whatchamacallit, I'm trying to spit it out. No, she knew how much I adored her. And she really, 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 really liked that, And Steffi never felt that way. Steffi wanted something while it was with someone else and then jumped right on it and then was insecure about it and then wasn't sure if she was straight or gay. So I love her, but she's a piece of work. She'd been through a lot of hell, but a lot of the hell she caused herself by being emotionally the way she was. And that's something she needs to work on. But that's hard to get people to focus on, Watching Rio Bravo, Angie Dickinson threw the plant through the window, and then they got her, the bad guys. So, John Wayne. Who? Ron Rain. Ron Rain? When I started watching this, I started thinking about Ron Rain and Ron Rotz. Never used to watch Scooby-Doo. Ron Rain, Ron Rotz. Oh, man, I'm tired. Is this where he goes and yells at Dean Martin because he's drunk? No, Dean Martin's all tied up. Maybe it's because he was drunk. I don't know. But it's been a while since I've seen this movie. Well, not too long ago. I've seen it quite a few times. This is Rio Bravo. Okay, Rio Bravo is the one with Dean Martin and the kid. And what's the one with James Caan? Is that El Dorado? Is that the one with James Caan with Mississippi? I think so. I don't know. And James Mitchum when he's the drunk sheriff and okay. They're kind of similar, yeah. There's Rio Bravo and El Dorado and there's the Sons of Katie Elder and there's Clintock and there's Big Jake and there's a lot of John Wayne movies, yeah. And it's wow. When you come to terms with our past and you try to understand it, it often baffles the mind, but it makes you wonder, because I know I'm not the only person throughout time that understands the application of physics of the Lord's Prayer, right? I don't think that's too hard to ascertain, right? And they've been saying it at the beginning of every Notre Dame football since before New Rockney and Ronald Reagan, right? Forgive us our debt as we forgive our debt. It's very important to forgive your brother of his trespass if you want your father to forgive you of yours. So it's you think once we got global communications, And also, since the principal tenet of the whole thing about Islam is we're not living what Jesus commanded us, and we should live the peace of the Lord's Prayer, which is, but I know Al Ghazali even, it's okay. So it might be entirely tangible that the Messiah is a genius, and the rest of you are retarded. No, I'm just kidding around. Oh, come on, it's funny. What do you know for funny? Okay, I can't help myself. Well, if Jesus is God and God is a genius, and then Jesus, lived the Lord's Prayer, and then Earl has to come and explain it to everybody and fix technology for us to be able to do it, then he just might be a genius, right? Okay. I'll take my talents to South Beach. I'm just kidding. Earl, you're funny. I know. Uh, oh, what to do, what to do. Have you ever felt a gentle touch and then a kiss and then find it's only your imagination again? Oh, well, imagination is silly. You go around willy-nilly. As for example, I go around wanting you, and yet I can't imagine that you'd want me to. Yeah. Imagine. Don't imagine. Don't envision. Don't imagine, envision, understand. Okay. What's tangible? What's necessary? What's right? Understand. Don't imagine. Imagination is silly. You go around willy-nilly, start you asking a daisy what to do. Don't do that, right? So don't let your imagination get the best of you. Be skeptical, not cynical. Okay. Be intelligent. 2 and 2 is 4. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Money's an invention by evil people to tell stupid people what to do. There you go. So, it's K-drama. Yeah, I tried to watch a thing on that, and it would keep going to Red River, Ron Rain. It went to Ron Rain. I clicked on the thing and said, Kira, I wish, or whatever. Kara, I wish. I thought, okay, well, this is like when Jane Fonda's choking the Britney Spears girl on Monster-in-Law, so, okay, this is shaping the future of our young people. So I was like, well, let me go watch it. I don't pay enough attention to stuff, and this is global, right? These are people that are global stars that I don't pay any attention to, and they wouldn't let me watch it. I was watching John Rain, Red River. It had Jonas Weaver on it. I think it did. You guys know who Jonas Weaver is? No? Okay. Who's Angie Dickinson? Okay. But yeah. Yeah, it's different. He always plays kind of a not a very good guy in a lot of movies. I don't know if he does in Red River, but the one with the Duel Diablo, he can be an ass, and some other ones and stuff. And then he's also, was he in the Duel? You ever seen that with Stephen King, where the guy gets into it with a mad trucker trying to get from point A to point B on the roads and stuff. And then there's and then he's McCloud. I liked him as McCloud. He was from New Mexico, and he was a cop in New York. He was from New Mexico, where I was from, right? So it started in New Mexico. Now the children ride old lightning for a dime, right? Ride 'em, cowboy. Don't let 'em throw you down. You're the toughest cowboy around. Yeah, this is kind of a long movie. Yeah, it is. Isn't it kind of the same premise? Rio Bravo and El Dorado isn't the kind of same premise? It's almost like the same movie, I think. Yeah. You got John Wayne with the drunk sheriff type person yeah. Is there a woman in El Dorado? I think there might be. I don't recall. I don't pay that close of attention. The one where you pay more attention to the women in the movie is Katie Gerardo and who's the blonde in it with Do not forsake me, oh my darlings. High noon, right? And so that one's a little bit more, which, if it was my man, that's cute. Cute movie. No, not really. It's same old story been told before. Same old conclusion keeps knocking at my door. Wild Wild West. They want money. Still cool, Modi. Yes, I thought that was like so 1984 and shit. George Orwell. It's funny. Never mind. Okay, he went over a lot of people's head there. Okay, yeah. Okay, you get it. Of course, I get the joke, but do you get the joke? No. Okay. Earl. Son of a biscuit eater. I ain't Cruz. I ain't trying to be Cruz. That was after 1984. I think that was around 1987 or 88 or so when I was Cruz. Cruz. Go ahead, Cruz. I ain't trying to be Cruz, adorable. No, Greg. I ain't trying to be. Nope. This thing keeps, where it does the doom, boom, boom, boom. We'll be right back. Okay. It's on like 5 minutes and it keeps resetting. It goes to 4:40 and then goes bam right back up to 5 minutes. Okay, now it's on. Okay. So, but I was like, damn, the thing keeps rebooting. So, because I was sitting there, with the whole thing. Have you ever heard "Satin Doll" by Angie Dickinson? Nancy Wilson, right? Cigarette holder. What's a week? It's like, ooh, cigarette holders. Have you ever kissed a smoker? Ick. It's yucky. It's yucky. That's why, no, I don't want to smoke. No. Because then, unless it was a smoker that you were kissing a smoker, I think two smokers would be like, hey, it's like kissing myself. But, okay, kissing an ashtray. Really? Yes, literally it is. It's not fun. No. You kiss a smoker and it's like, oh, yeah. Could you please not do that? Thank you. Well, because kissing is fun, but kissing an ashtray is not. Okay. Have you ever felt a gentle touch and then a kiss and then find it's only your man? No, Law had asthma, so she had to take the inhaler stuff. But that didn't bother me. That was something that she had to deal with because of the disgustingness of the environment. She wasn't doing it to herself. It was being done to her by, get on the bus and, go, here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's going to be chasing after someone. He's coming after you, so you better look alive. He's busy revving up the powerful Mach 5. And the odds are against him and there's dangerous work to do. You can bet your life, Speed Racer will see it through. He's coming, jamming down the pedal like he's never come. He's like a demon as he runs a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer, go. All right. Do you know the words of that? Bob and Brett. Yeah, they used to watch that and they would sing it. And they would always do that. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer, go. Right. It's funny. I was like, you guys are nuts. Because they would say, yeah, Speed Racer. I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I didn't even know it was a cartoon until high school at Deer Valley. Yeah. I maybe I'd heard about it, but never watched it. No, we didn't have it in New Mexico on TV and stuff like that. We had we had Spider-Man. I remember Spider-Man. I used to run home to try to, so I wouldn't miss any of it, when Spider-Man was on, So, does whatever listen, he's got radioactive blood. To him, life is a great big hang-up. Wherever there's a hang-up, you'll find a Spider-Man. Catches thieves just like flies. Why? Because we're not living the Lord's Prayer, you bloody idiots. Speed racers, Roger, ramjets, dumbasses. I'm tired. Yeah, I got to make another one. Well, because I'm going to go soak in the tub. You know what? I'm just going to make this one. Because these are both about 23 minutes long. That's 40 minutes or so. It starts to get cold if you go 60 minutes. Before I would do 50 minutes. And so 23 minutes long and 23 is 45 minutes, and I wait another 5. Yeah, so I'll do that. Let's just take this one, then I'll go soak. And try to help ease my pain, you know. I need some time to ease my mind. Right? Okay. Damn. Having to live with selfish people sucks. Why didn't you guys listen to Judah Krishnamurti? He was supposed to be like the Buddha and the great world teacher. He said that most human suffering is caused by human selfishness. And having heard all this, why don't you change? Why don't you change? What's wrong with you? You can't love your children or you'd end all wars. Or is it, you ask yourself this question, not superficially, but, why didn't you guys listen to him? Why did it have to get down to me? And why is it still down to me and you guys are ignoring me and we'll run you over the parking lot? That's why I'm be able to do that. Yeah, okay. And then the horrible thing, all the arrogant, obnoxious, shitty people that cause all the problems, especially centrally located here, act like you're arrogant and obnoxious when you kick their ass because they're arrogant and obnoxious and say, this is what you're like. This is your brain on drugs. Shit. Okay. This is you. Addicted to everything. And you're dumb as fuck. Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay. It's a drag. Kind of a drag. When your baby's dumb as fuck. Kind of a drag. Listen to me when I'm speaking. Don't you know that you've been stinking driving around that hot rod Lincoln? You drive your Gene Martin to drinking. Okay. And Angie Dickinson too. Yeah, she was drinking too. Booze. It's horrible stuff. It tastes like yak spits. Makes you act stupid. Gives you a headache when you wake up. Okay, you live the Lord's Prayer? I'm pretty certain that most of you, especially the dirt and the curtain, the zamp and the lamp and the neller and the deller and the beller and the sweller and the toothbrush on the toothbrush, won't be getting drunk to try to hide from life. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk later. Well, because I'm intelligent and I need to talk. And you're dumb as fuck and need to listen. Okay, so listen to Rumi and be an exquisite listener, you stupid fucks. Okay. Sorry, I was raised on. I'm an American. Coming to your town, we like to party down. We're in. No, don't drink the booze. Put down the booze. Don't kiss the ashtray. Okay. Forgive, debt, and trespass, and love one another till faithful peace. You don't want to sell me death sticks. These are not the drones you're looking for. I love you guys, man. Droids. Sorry, droids you're looking for.